Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, you are well. I don't use Facebook Live much, but this Facebook Live is about my post that I just posted recently about addressing, issues of, I just shared an experience of on an issue about racism that I recognized in Malaysia, or race issues. Now, before starting, everybody should understand, first of all, that my post isn't about saying that Malaysians are racist. I have a lot of good Malaysian friends. In fact, I taught over about 100 students, 150 students who are Malaysians, and the most of my students are Malaysians. So I like Malaysians a lot. I got a lot of good friends who are Malaysians, so I don't have a problem with Malaysians. And people who come on my wall see that I've said many great things about Malaysia. In fact, I was the one who wrote a post about last year, telling people that they need to respect their local scholars and don't worry about, giving so much attention to foreign scholars, in spite of me being here. But here's the problem. Every time I bring up the issue, Malaysians jump the gun and they get all defensive, as if I'm saying that all Malaysians are racist. Instead of recognizing that this is a real issue and that it happens, everybody jumps, oh, you don't know nothing about my country. Oh, you don't know nothing. In fact, everybody, go look at my comments. You have one girl in my comments that she actually comes to my page and says, I don't like how you're generalizing. And then after I clarify that I'm not generalizing, I said there's a race issue in Malaysia. I didn't say Malaysians are racist. She turns around and she actually says, go to the comments yourself. She actually says that we don't like, she says, Malaysians, we don't like bad manners. And she says that Nigerian people, most of all Nigerian people are criminals. And so we're scared of them. The same girl who comes on my wall and says she doesn't like the way that I'm generalizing, and I clarify to her, I'm not generalizing. I'm just saying there is a race issue in Malaysia. And then she has the audacity to come back and actually say that we don't like the black people of Nigeria because they got bad manners. And would have the audacity to actually cry that I'm actually generalizing people, right? So I'm not generalizing. I got a lot of good Malaysian friends. People in Malaysia, they know me. I'm cool with them. But this does not ignore the fact that the race issue is real. And let me just break it down to you. I don't even say anything. I'm just saying I had a non-Muslim friend who came here. Right off the rip, he experiences racism. Now let me share some of my issues. Imagine, I go to a store. Just listen to me. Follow me for a second. When I first moved to Malaysia, I went to a store to spend a G note. I went to go spend $1,000 in a store, okay? And I'm using my credit card and I got my passport, okay? So when I take my credit card out, my name is on it. They asked to see my passport. My name is on it, right? Now, the friend that I went with, he's bought from that store before and has never needed to show anything other than his credit card. Do you know what they actually did? They took a picture of my credit card just in case it was fraud. Okay? They took a picture of my passport and a picture of my credit card. The credit card is matching the name on the passport. And think about it. If the transaction goes through, it has nothing to do with the store. They got their money. Okay? So I'm not saying that Malaysians are racist. I'm saying that there's an issue of race that's big enough to be addressed. Last year, I also posted to you about the blackface commercial that they did on TV. They actually, in 2017, do a blackface commercial that's basically making fun of a dark-skinned black person, right, using blackface. And then when I post and say it's a problem, you got Malaysians that are coming on my wall talking about, don't speak bad about my country. It's like, you don't even recognize that you're part of the problem, right? And a lot of my own students, who I love dearly, who are Malaysians, they'll tell me like, Ustadh, I'm sorry, but it's a problem in Malaysia. It's there. You understand? So when I address these issues, you don't fight back and try to defend your country, because there's nothing to defend. Nobody's saying that your country's bad. Nobody's saying that Malaysia's bad. What I'm trying to let you know is it's a problem. So address the issue. Stop acting like it doesn't exist, right? I've been recently robbed for thousands of dollars by Malaysians. I'm not running around saying every Malaysian is a thief. I've only been in the country for 1 year and been cheated out of a contract. I'm not running around saying Malaysians are thieves. You understand? We're talking thousands of dollars. Should I run around and say that every Malaysian is a thief? Right? So I'm talking about real experiences, guys. You listen to my language. When people, look, let me be straight with you. When I speak to somebody on the phone here in Malaysia, because of my Canadian accent, they assume that I'm white. So then when I come to rent the place, they're shocked. Oh my God, he's black. Dude, I'm going to be real with you. You don't even have to go that far to experience it. You can go and look for a house online in Malaysia. I'll tell you straight up. You can go and look for a house in Malaysia. And you can see on the ad, no black people allowed. And tell me I'm lying. Anybody in Malaysia tell me that I'm lying. It tells you straight, no black people allowed. In 2018, if that is even possible to write in a rental ad, if it's even possible to write that, then you know that there's a problem. And that's why I said there's a race problem in Malaysia. I didn't say Malaysians. I said there is a race problem in Malaysia. And if you can't see that, then you're part of the problem. You understand? So I'm not saying, I'm bringing the awareness so that people can say, hey, it's a problem. Address the issue. I mean, it's so bad that somebody would actually come on my wall and say, I don't like the way that you're generalizing my people. And then I clarify I'm not generalizing. And then you turn around and you say all Nigerians are. And then you turn around and you say all Nigerians are criminals. Most of all Nigerians are criminals. And then justifies it by saying I'm married to a black man. You know the story, how it goes in America. I'm not racist. I have black friends. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just keeping it real out here. I'm just saying it like it is. You understand what I'm saying? It's real. You understand what I mean? But you tell me, you go rent a house, anybody knows and tells me that I'm lying. Again, we're scrolling on a Facebook ad, okay? I'm talking on a Facebook ad, and I'm giving everything here so that you can understand where I'm coming from and why I'm saying it's enough to be addressed. I am seeing a new condominium that just finished getting built. And it says, you know what the publicity is? Do you want to live in a place where there's no foreigners? That wasn't enough. No foreigners and no blacks? Aren't black people foreigners, dude? So why do you got to go, like, you want to live in a heaven where there's no there's no foreign workers and no blacks? If foreigners is foreigners, then foreigners is foreigners. That's like me saying, do you want to live in a place where there's no foreigners and no Indians? It's like, aren't Indians foreigners? Like, does that make sense? So I'm only saying this because I get fed up when I address the issue, and then, you get some Malaysians, not saying all, and all they can do is worry about saving face. Why are you talking bad about my country? Well, why are you not complaining when I speak good about it? I'm not speaking bad about the country. All I'm saying is there's an issue that needs to be addressed. That's it. That's all. Just an issue that needs to be addressed. That's all I'm saying. Is there a problem with that? You get what I'm saying? So, and I'll just show you how subjective it is. I'm airing it all out. You got people liking the comments of this person who's saying, I don't like how you generalize. And then, although they like the first comment of the person and then the second comment of the person, when the person all of a sudden has something to say about all Nigerians are black, silence, nothing to be said. So you like the fact that they're going to defend Malaysia, but then when it comes to the fact that she's outright going to be racist about the reason why they don't like blacks because Nigerians do a lot of crime, you don't got nothing to say then. Because we're only worried about defending our countries. Dude, you can say what you want about Canada. If it's real, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to tell you, yeah, that's a problem. Straight up and down. Even if you got to say something about, sometimes, black people might be a little like this. If it's real, I'm going to keep it real to you. I'm going to say, yeah, that's something that, black people need to work on. That's real. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just keeping it real. I'm out here. I live here. You understand what I'm saying? I had issues. I had issues of Malaysians not being straight with me, being dodgy with contracts to the point where I got to run them down to get paid. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not running around saying Malaysians are thieves. I kick it with Malaysians. I hang with Malaysians. I got over 150 students are Malaysians. And even when I'm moving to Malaysia, being all enthusiastic about it, even they're saying like, Ustadh, I gotta tell you, like this is, sometimes Malaysians can be a little bit, not secure because you're black. I can appreciate that. I can live with that, dude. I'm not dumb. I mean, I traveled the world, dude. I lived everywhere. You understand? I mean, you'll find racism amongst racism with blacks in Africa. I know. But the thing that really gets me, is that when I want to address it, all a lot of Malaysians do on my wall is come on and just try to defend it. That's all. And getting all offensive. But all lovey-dovey when it's all lovey-dovey when I got something nice to say. You know what I mean? Share, likes, loves. You know what I mean? But when I'm trying to address an issue, you understand what I'm saying? It's a big problem. So I'm just keeping it real. It's a real issue. And part of the problem is the fact that as a Malaysian, you want to recognize that it's there. And it's there. You understand what I mean? I'm telling you from my own experiences. You understand? So it's a real issue. So don't come on my wall trying to save face and act like anybody's trying to tarnish Malaysia. Nobody's trying to tarnish Malaysia. We're just trying to deal with the reality that race and the way that black people are viewed is a reality. And I believe that part of the problem is because when you see a black person that you don't know, the default is that he must be Nigerian. And because he's Nigerian, he must be a criminal. Therefore, this black guy is dangerous. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Keep it real. Keep it 100. You understand what I mean? And I'm not buying that because I'm married to a black guy, or because I got black friends, man. Like, don't drop those lines, man. We don't want to hear it. We're tired of that. All I'm just trying to say is, look, man, I'm not hating on Malaysia. I like Malaysia. I'm cool with Malaysia. You understand what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, it needs to be addressed. That's it. So I put it on my Facebook to address it. You understand what I mean? Anybody who said to me about, why you generalizing? I made it clear. I'm not generalizing Malaysians. I'm saying Malaysia has an issue. So if you're going to look me in my face and tell me, no, that's not an issue, I can't take you serious. You're part of the problem. You understand? So this is Abdus Shakur. I'm signing out. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.